Good afternoon, everybody. This is Reverend Brandon. We're out here outside getting ready for our youth and family lesson today. We're going to be talking a little bit about the power of affirmation and about how you as kids and as families can use those affirmations to help you get through challenging experiences, challenging thoughts, not just right now, but anytime, at any moment of your day. In Unity, we have long known the power of affirmative prayer and what that means in our lives and how we can use those affirmations to make a difference in what we're seeing, what we're feeling, and what we're experiencing. And although we know that to be true, one of the things that I think we have a hard time doing sometimes is how to create affirmations. So we're going to take a look together at Louise Hay's book, I Think, I Am. And I'll kind of walk through some of the affirmations you can create, and then we'll talk about some tips you can use to create affirmations. And then I'm going to challenge all of you to either in the comments for this video or on our UVC community page to share with us some of your favorite affirmations, some of your favorite family affirmations, and some of the prayer practices you're doing as a family. But let's just start by taking a look at what Louise Hay has to say. And I'm going to scoot back just a little bit, Harper, so that we can get more of the book in and less of me. So let's see. So this is Louise Hay's I Think, I Am. All right. So an affirmation. Do you want to go sit where you can see the book?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So affirmation. Words that you think, say, and believe to be true. And that's the most important things, that these are words that we speak to ourselves about truth, things that we believe to be true about ourselves. Did you know that the things you think and say have the power to make a big difference in your life? When you say something over and over, you start to believe it is true. And what you believe creates what you do and what happens to you. These kind of thoughts and words are called affirmations. Learning to turn your unhappy or negative thoughts into positive affirmations is a great thing to practice. And so this is how it works. So you take a negative thought, something like nobody likes me, and you turn it into a positive thought or a positive affirmation. Something like I love myself and other people love me too. So that's really what the practice is going to be. And when we do that, positive things happen in our lives. So let's just take a look at some of these affirmations together. When waiting around is not what you had planned, you may start to have negative thoughts. So things like this line is too long, or we will never get to the front. Instead, what we can do is picture the fun we'll have and say, I make today great. So we turn that negative thought, that negative belief into something positive. Something like this. Have you ever wished that you looked different or more like somebody else? Has anybody out there ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like you wished you looked different? I might have that thought that I don't like my hair, or I wish it was like hers. Well, instead, look in the mirror every day and repeat to yourself, I love myself just the way I am. What about this one? If your friends all want you to go their way, it's easy to think, if I don't do what they want me to, they'll be mad at me. Has anybody ever thought that before? Well, instead, do what is right and tell yourself, I stand up for what is important to me. And the more we can think that, the more we begin to live that in our lives, and the more we begin to stand up for what it is that's right for me. What about this? Has anybody out there ever thought, when you don't do when you don't want to play, or when you don't want to pay attention, you may end up believing this isn't about what me, or it isn't about what I want to do, so I don't want to listen. I don't need to listen to this. But remember that life has all sorts of things to teach you and to learn from. And instead, what we can think is, I love to learn new things. And the more we start to do that, our attitude begins to change. Has anybody ever been watching a group of friends play? Maybe not so much now. Maybe you might be watching from a distance. But have you ever been in a situation in school or with your friends outside where you think, why don't they want to talk to me? Or why don't they want to play with me? Why don't they want to do what I want to do? And the more we start thinking that way, it's easy to think, well, maybe there's something about me. Instead, what we can do is help those feelings go away by telling ourselves, I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by love. If it seems easiest to sit back and watch them to help, you might end up thinking, I wish someone would help me get on that pony. Have you ever been struggling with something and just thought, oh, I wish somebody would help me with this. Why am I by myself? Well, instead of thinking you're by yourself, what we can often do is change our thoughts and simply say, I happily help with whatever I can. Because what we know is that when we live that way and when we behave that way, our ability to do that affects other people. So even though you have many great things in your life, sometimes you'll still wish, I sure would love to have one of those. You can see she's looking at the candy apples. Or you can look at something else and go, oh, I really wish I had that, or I wish I was able to do that. Instead, one of the things you can do is pay attention to the good in your life, and every day say, I'm grateful for what I have. You know, I think that's something that we can all work on now. It's easy to look at what's going on in our lives and in our world and to think, oh, I wish I could go out. I wish I could go to the zoo. I wish I could go to the library. I wish I could go do this. And instead of having those sorts of thoughts, we can turn them around into thinking what it is that we're grateful for. Have you ever done something you wish you hadn't? You might end up thinking, you might even get mad at yourself and think, I can't believe I forgot my sweater. I always forget everything. And instead of thinking that, we can think, oh, I learned from my mistakes and I move on. And we learn to grow from that point. So hopefully you're starting to kind of get the idea of how we can turn some of these negative thoughts into more positive things. Because when it comes to taking care of the world, taking care of the world you live in, you could easily think, who cares? It's just one piece of trash on the ground, or it's just one more little thing. It doesn't make a difference. But instead, what we can think is, I care for my home, the earth. So if people around you have nothing good to say, it can easily bring you down. You can start thinking maybe they're right. If there's people around you that are being negative or talking down about you, it's easy for us to go, oh, maybe they're right. Instead, what we can think is we can choose to not listen to others, and we can choose to not let what they say or their mood affect us. And instead, we can say, I choose to be positive. You see, you might think that you're not creative, and you might think that other kids have better ideas than you, or other people have better ideas than you. You might think something like, I can't decorate my bike. This is going to look awful. I know I do that every time I try to draw something. I start, I can't do this. I'm no good at art. I'm no good at drawing. Instead of leading to believe yourself about that, what we can remember is that I am filled with creative ideas. So there are all sorts of ways we can turn around our thoughts into more positive thoughts. If we're looking at other people and we think, I hope I don't have to play with them or ride with them. Instead, what we can do is start to remember that we see the best. I see the best in everyone. So this is how it is that we can take those negative thoughts, those negative things, and make them more positive. And that's going to be our practice for this week. That's what I want to encourage all of you to do. So, come on back in here, Harper. So there's just a couple of tips for you when you start to make your own affirmations. You always want to start an affirmation with a positive word, such as I can, I am, I do, I think, I have. And say your affirmations over and over and over again to yourself. You keep repeating them. I've heard some people say it 100 times, 200 times, 300 times, over and over again. You can say an affirmation, especially if you're having a lot of negative or unhappy thoughts. I like to look in the mirror and say affirmations that way. If you're writing already, if you already know how to write words and letters, all of that, you can write your affirmations down and see them in a book. Or you can even make a sign or a picture with your affirmation on it. So what I would like to encourage all of us to do right now is just close your eyes right here where you are and picture what it is that you want. What do you want in your life, in your world, in your experience this day? And know that in and of itself is an affirmation. And so you can think, I am bold, I am strong, I am brave, I am well. Whatever that might be for you, that's your affirmation. So here's your little youth and family project for today. What I'd like to have you do is either create your own affirmation, leave it in the comments for us, or create some artwork, create a picture, create something that you can use to hang up on your wall, in your room, in your family's house, wherever it is you are. Create your positive affirmation and your positive way of life and go out and live it. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day and week. I have my little echo right here repeating everything I say. So if you're picking up an echo, it's not your screen, not your camera, it's Harper. But I hope you have a wonderful week and that you are able to use this to bring about a better sense of gratitude and positivity in your life. We bless each and every one of you. We will see you throughout the week with daily word messages, with readings, with prayers. And I'll be back on Thursday afternoon with another youth-oriented activity for all of us for our kids' spirit break. So we'll see you then. Bless you all.